Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The winter storm has arrived in southeast Michigan, and before it's done, we're likely to see several inches of snow, but also rain and also high winds, which could bring power outages along.
Yeah, the more immediate concern right now is the roads. Lots of folks are in the middle of a rather stressful commute right now as more snow falls, making it slick and tougher to see lane markers.
Well, forewarned weather alert day, of course. We're glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 5 as this multifaceted storm, we'll call it, begins to leave its mark on Metro Detroit.
Yeah, let's start with Kim Adams and a look at this complicated blast of winter we're getting right now. Kim, it's coming down out there.
It is. It's complicated, but we have a really good handle on it and exactly what's going to happen over the next 24 hours. Came in right on time this afternoon, and now it continues through the evening commute. We knew it was going to be slippery. This is a different kind of road condition, though, than ice. So if you're not seeing salt trucks out there, that's because this is more of a push the snow kind of situation, because it's a slushy mess, makes changing lanes very difficult, and there will not be any improvement over the next several hours. In fact, conditions will continue to deteriorate until the rain moves in sometime after 8 o'clock tonight. So we've got that snow coming up from the south all over Metro Detroit. What I'm keeping a close eye on is right here, the Ohio border. Once I see that change over to rain, then we know the rest of Metro Detroit will be shortly following that with heavy rain expected, but a very short window now, only a few hours, and then back to more snow. Watching the temperatures as well, right at or slightly above freezing. But unlike a typical night when temps would be falling, our temperatures will start to rise over the next several hours. So that's at least one bright spot in the forecast. So heavy snow, another 2 to 4 inches on the ground. That 4-inch total would be closer northwest on the west side. Period of rain until midnight, and then more snow ahead for Saturday, several more inches, snow squalls, reduced visibilities, and wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. We got a lot more to talk about coming up.
All right, Kim. Well, some schools right now are canceling afternoon activities. We have a list of those campuses at clickondetroit.com.
And the banner that we are adding at the bottom of the screen will show you updated radar along with expected snow totals in different cities across our area and when the changeover to rain is likely to occur.
Yeah, and if you know someone who's driving home from work right now, expect them to be a little bit late. Let's get a check at the roads, starting with our Priya man. And Priya, where are you right now?
Hey, Demond, we're on I-94 westbound in Ann Arbor. You know, the snow was a lot thicker closer to Romulus, not falling as thick here, but you can see it is quickly accumulating. Drivers are taking their time. We have seen one pickup driver, he was in a ditch. We've seen another vehicle that was stranded with another motorist giving them a jump. Just a few moments ago, we saw a few fire trucks in the eastbound lanes of I-94 in the Ypsilanti area. Traffic there is heavily backed up in the eastbound lanes. So you heard Kim Adams talking about it. Changing lanes is where things get tricky. Also, visibility has been reduced, especially on signs and lane markings as well. For the most part, drivers are taking home. Your best bet, give yourself some extra time. And again, the snow seems to be in pockets, falling heavier in the Romulus area, even closer to downtown Detroit. Here in the Ann Arbor area, we are not seeing that thick, heavy snowfall, but as you can see, taking a look at these images, it is accumulating quickly. So again, just give yourself some extra time here and make sure that you get to your destination safely. Reporting live in Ann Arbor, I'm Priya Mann. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Priya. Jacqueline Francis and her photographer Jacob Nagel also out braving the roads. Let's get to Jacqueline, see if it's just as bad there. Jacqueline.
It is. We are crawling. We are just getting on to 696 from the lodge. It took us an hour to get up the lodge from downtown Detroit to hop on 696, and just this merging on, it's a crawl. We're going about 5 miles an hour. That's different from, you know, on the lodge we were going about 15 to 30 miles an hour. Now it's 5 miles an hour because it's just it's tricky to get from lane to lane with all this snow accumulating. Again, you can see this is us just trying to find our way, get into a lane here so that we can be on 696. The visibility is limited, as Priya said, and the road signs are hard to see because snow is covering it. Again, this is pretty much what it looks like out here and what it has looked like, just going slow. We've seen some drivers who've been off to the side, either their car broke down or something happened with their vehicle, so you've got that to navigate as well. Just taking it slow, taking it easy, and trying to get to get where you're going, it's going to take some extra time. But reporting live from Southfield, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline, you guys continue to drive safely out there. Now, the wind combined with the frigid temperatures and a snowy mix has DTE on the lookout for possible outages right now.
Monitoring both the weather, they've got their crews on standby, the weather and the forecast, monitoring the crews on standby right now just in case power needs to be restored. Megan Woods live with us now. They're also getting support from out-of-state crews already, Megan.
Devin, that's right. We're here in Livonia where we haven't seen any power outages yet, but DTE says they have 1,100 linemen on standby ready to go. And that's not just from their company, but companies across the country that are helping to support. But they're not the only ones who are getting ready for possible outages.
I've already got a hotel room for me and my children.
Shahida Muhammad Carey isn't taking any chances with this weekend's forecast.
Anytime there's a storm, my lights go out, my basement floods, so we have a bit of a problem. So anytime I hear that it's going to be a storm, I'll go right ahead and prepare.
It's a harsh reality many are facing this weekend, and preparation doesn't stop at booking a hotel room.
I've been in enough storms, so I've developed a system that I keep flashlights and extra water and cans of food on hand just in case.
Then there's utility companies like DTE Energy.
Please know we do understand how disruptive and uncomfortable it is to be without power. And everyone at DTE is committed to getting your service restored as quickly and as safely as possible.
Who are being proactive about the possibility of outages.
All of our storm functions are also actively preparing. This includes wire down response teams who are charged with protecting the public should an overhead line come down. Some teams have already been strategically placed in the field.
Their biggest concern, how cold it's going to get.
While we hope to see limited impact to our electric system, it's important to be prepared and check in on others in case they need assistance. We'll also have snow on the ground. This could present a hazard if wires come down. They could be hard to see.
Well, let's not forget the snow is coming down and it is wet and heavy, and that's not good for power lines either. So, of course, if you see a down line, you're asked to call DTE or whoever your company is, but also stay 25 feet away. And coming up tonight at 6, we talk about how this weather, yes, it is a mess. It's something that plow truck drivers have been waiting on. That's coming up tonight at 6. Back to you.
All right, Megan, we will see you then.
And remember, you're going to want to keep your eye on the Forewarn Weather app as this storm moves through. You can download it for free in the app stores. Just search for WDIV.
Well, only 2 more sleeps until the Lions take the field in their first home playoff game in 3 decades. Kind of like the way you explain Christmas to kids. Just a few more sleeps. Fans dreaming of a certain rookie being able to suit up for the big game.
Yeah, the Porter Watch continues right now, and Bernie is here with the latest. How's it looking?
I think it's looking good. I really do. You saw him there in practice. He practiced today. He's wearing a brace. So we've reached the point in the week when teams begin shutting down their preparations and looking forward to the game. Friday is usually the final practice day, and that's today. Dan Campbell said Sam Laporta would run around, be part of the practice, and he sounded confident that Sam Laporta would play. And as you see, Laporta is at practice, catching passes. They worked out in Allen Park today. Detroit still favored by 3 over the Rams. Kickoff of the game, 8:15 Sunday night. Campbell said today there are several reasons why the Lions want to win this game so badly.
We want to win for us. We all want it. We want this for us, and we want it for Detroit. But also, hey, man, that'd be special. That would be special. That's icing on the cake, if you will.
That is for sure. 8:15 again. Kickoff on Sunday night.
That can be a lot of pressure when you feel like you have to do this for the city that's been waiting so long.
There's no question. I thought of that this afternoon. What would the position be if you had 30-some years of negativity trying to turn it in one game?
Yeah, heavy. Yeah. Well, he's got broad shoulders. He can handle it. While no one expects any trouble downtown, we know the crowds in and around Ford Field are going to be pretty big for the Lions' first home playoff game since they played in Pontiac for the last one.
Yeah, Detroit police want everyone to be prepared. Sean Lay is live with that part of the story tonight. Hey, Sean.
Hey, guys. Ford Field here. Comerica Park there. Major league snowstorm right now. Maybe that's good timing that it's happening right now. So quiet here before the Lions storm hits inside. Look, guys, 65,000 or more coming in here for the playoff game, think about the security lines and how long they will be, possibly slow as well, making sure everyone's safe and getting in. But also think about the people that don't have tickets and spread out through an entire downtown footprint because of bars, restaurants, tailgating. Detroit police giving us a look inside their safety plan, and they say they are ready.
Doesn't get any better than this. This is going to be awesome.
Make no mistake, the Lions hosting its first playoff game at Ford Field Sunday is huge, and the crowds are expected to be massive all around downtown Detroit.
We're expecting even more people, 65,000 capacity, but we know we're going to have several other people enjoying tailgating and enjoying some of the bars and restaurants downtown. So we're asking people to pack their patience, come early.
Detroit Police Chief James White sharing the Detroit Police plan to secure such a big event. The plan is two-pronged: traffic plan and crime safety plan. The chief says come early as officers will make sure traffic keeps flowing in and out of the downtown area. The chief says choose legal parking with an attendant, lock your vehicle, leave weapons at home, no open alcohol outside of Ford Field, and be super loud.
Don't need a weapon down here. You know, if you got a CPL, leave it at home, secure your weapon, and just have a good time.
The game is at 8 o'clock in the evening. Hours of alcohol consumption may be an issue. The chief says police have their plan in place. I asked him if he's going to the game.
I am. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I'll be at the game. Hey, I'm a Lions fan.
Nice to see Chief White smiling and talking about his safety plan, but also being a fan going inside to watch this incredible playoff game. Also, guys, NFL says they work with the Lions and DPD and Ford Field. They give them high marks. We don't see a lot of those fights and brawls and problems out here. They give them high marks for all the home games this year, the 9th one. And Devin, Damon, whoever thought of putting the roof on this place, genius move. Genius move, guys. Oh, my goodness.
Very nicely done today, especially. Yes, indeed.
You can say that again, man. Thanks, Sean. Well, wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown has helped lead the Lions to one of the best seasons in team history. He's also embraced the spirit of Detroit with his hard work and his grit.
And that's how you become a fan favorite. Turns out the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Kimberly Gill spoke with his parents, who played a huge role in developing the player and person he is today.
It ain't easy. So you have to have a certain mindset in order to achieve that. So I don't know anything about second place. I don't know anything about third place. All I know is how to do first place, how to dominate someone. And that's what I taught my boys, how to dominate.
How big of an overachiever is Amon-Ra?
Yeah, I mean, he said it comes from him, but I also think it's a little bit German in him, you know, really, really dedicated, you know, and really straightforward, you know, not really much looking left or right, just go for it, you know, and really like, I wouldn't call it stubborn, but I don't have the really English word for that, but he really is into it, you know, and he focused so much. Yeah, I mean, now he's like, this is his job, you know, to be a professional football player, and he does give it all, you know.
We can kind of hear these two maybe arguing over who contributed more, right, to who he's become. You can see more of Kate G's interview with the parents of Amon-Ra St. Brown. We got you covered for everything leading up to Sunday night's game here on Local 4. We hope you'll tune in to our all-in playoff edition Sunday night at 6:30. We'll get you ready with special interviews. We're going to profile some Lions super fans, everything that makes this all the season so great, but especially as we head into the playoff game Sunday night, which you'll see live here on Local 4. Hank.